So it gives me great pleasure to announce, if you look behind you on the video boards out there, that we will be hosting the very first NCAA Division I ice hockey tournament here in Prescott Valley. So this is absolutely huge for us. So not only is it hockey, which we're all excited about having back in the building, having back in the community, but it's NCAA and it's Division I. It's a high level of competitive sports. So Greg, I'll hand it off to you.
Yeah, thank you, Catfish. It's a pleasure to be up here. We're incredibly excited about hosting our Desert Hockey Classic up in Prescott. Last summer, I had the opportunity to come up with our athletic department on a Sun Devil caravan where we just promote our brand and goodwill to the entire state. We go to places like Yuma and Prescott and even Tucson. And get the pitchfork and the ASU brand out to our alumni and followers, and we were blown away by the passion and how badly the alumni group in this city miss the sport of ice hockey. And what was really good for our administration to see, and that I already knew because I would come up to Sundog games, is just how good of a community, a hockey community, Prescott really is. And there's a lot of great hockey fans up here that miss high-level elite hockey, and we're absolutely thrilled that we get to bring that back to this city. And I made a promise to the alumni group that night that I would do everything I could to get our NCAA Division I program up here, and they made a promise to me that this city would fully support it, back it, and absolutely pack this place when we come up. And as Catfish alluded to, our club team came up last year and played Northern Arizona's club team, and they drew very well. They had a great experience up here. I think that in and of itself proves how great of a hockey community Prescott Valley really is, and we expect to pack this place and put on a great show. You're going to see hockey at the highest level, at the collegiate level. You're going to see between 4 teams, probably close to 20 student athletes that are NHL drafted, half of which probably one day will play in the National Hockey League. So you're going to see some great hockey, and we couldn't be more excited to have St. Cloud State, who was ranked number 1 in the country for the majority of the season last year. Incredible program with some really good players. Brown is a tremendous Ivy League program, one of the longest standing NCAA hockey programs in the country, and then obviously the University of Connecticut, who plays in a powerhouse conference in Hockey East, and is a really, really good program that has some good things ahead of it. So you're going to be exposed to great hockey. We're happy about this, and we want it to be tremendously successful, so we have an excuse to keep coming up here.
And now open it up for questions. Any media that would like to have any questions for Satish or Coach Powers?
Coach, you talked about a great hockey community here and fans, but what else? Expand a little more on why ASU hockey. What makes the Prescott Valley Event Center so attractive to ASU hockey?
Well, it's no secret that right now we don't have what we would deem a permanent home for our program. And our administration's working really hard, and we're getting really close to that coming to fruition. But in the meantime, we want to expose the entire state to Division I college hockey. And while we don't have a permanent home on campus, this just made sense. It's a starved hockey community that misses the game, that misses the very high level competition. It's a beautiful venue. It's intimate. We think we can do very well and provide a great environment for all 4 programs to play in. But most importantly, it's about getting our brand out there in front of a great hockey community right in our state, an hour and a half north. It's an easy drive for our fans to get up to, and just expose our brand a little bit more.
So you continue to plan to have not only your program but the club level as well coming up here to play hockey?
Yeah, I think Satish alluded to earlier that the ACHA club program is definitely going to come up and play a few more games. Whether they do or don't, that's really not our call. It's a separate entity, but I know that they had a tremendous experience up here last year, and we watched very closely how successful that weekend was, and the experience that those student athletes were able to get by coming up here. And and it was glowing. And I know they want to come back and are. And certainly Northern Arizona's club team had a great experience here too. We spoke to them, and I think they plan 8 games here this year, right?
Yeah, we're working on another arrangement that we'll talk about, and we'll do another press release here soon. I don't want to give too many details, but yes, still working on with the ACHA. We're going to bring quite a few more games up this year in addition to the D1 tournament. So, good stuff. Any other questions?
Is there a chance that you could bring regular season type games up here at some point?
We wouldn't rule anything out, and I don't want to say what we're doing and allude to it as a guinea pig, but certainly if it is successful and the community supports it like it has told us it will, we'll keep coming back. Absolutely. We're all about getting our brand out and in front of Arizona State fans and supporters that live outside of the valley. So certainly it's not a one-shot deal. If it has success and we have a great experience up here, most importantly for our student athletes, we'll be back. And it may not just be for the tournament.
Hey Greg, Scott with Ice Time Hockey. What's been the response of the other schools coming in for this?
They're excited. We spoke in depth about it. They I think visiting teams of St. Cloud, it's not very nice there in the winters. University of Connecticut and Brown, they're also from very cold climates. So a lot of the teams that come and play us in the dead of the winter are excited about playing down in the valley because it's really nice weather and it's warm and it's sunny. So getting them to buy into the whole experience up here in a mountain town, up the hill, and the uniqueness of this, we thought maybe would be a challenge, but they welcomed it with open arms. Told them about the city and the history of hockey in this city and the venue and the support that we think that we'll get, and they were all in immediately. So that we had their support and their buy-in. They're very excited about it, and we plan on giving them a great experience.
One thing we didn't mention is the date of the tournament's December 30th and December 31st. So I'll be here. It'll be 2 games each day, Friday and Saturday. It's going to be pretty amazing stuff.
Oh, for New Year's.
Yeah, for New Year's. So you have a place to go.
Kind of a follow-up on that, did you guys talk about future years, or is this just a one-year deal? Or
I think we're open. We're open to coming up here and making this an annual thing where our program plays up here. We're going to see how well it goes, and we anticipate it going very well. And again, if we have success with this event, and most importantly, our student athletes have a great experience, and our visiting student athletes have a great experience, and we want to keep coming back.
Any questions from more media, public maybe? Sir?
You said additional games. Would that include different college teams or ASU against different opponents?
Well, I think obviously it would include whoever we played. It could just be a regular season series. We have a tremendous schedule this year with the University of Michigan coming to play us. We have Harvard, we have Air Force, we have RPI and Colgate. So to have just a Friday, Saturday night series up here against another collegiate opponent, we think would be tremendously successful. I think to kick off Division I hockey in this state and spread our wings and expose everybody to our brand, it was a great idea to host the Desert Hockey Classic up here and get 4 teams up here and really immerse ourselves in the community and give it a positive economic impact with 4 teams staying here and eating here and taking part in what this community is all about. So we wanted to give everything we could and start off with a bang, and again, if we have success and we anticipate doing just that, then we'll be back.
You can referee for us, Harry.
I understand this is going to be your first year to have a ladies hockey team for the college?
Yeah, the ASU will have a women's club team this year, and back about 20 years ago, they did have a team. ASU is the largest university in North America, 85,000 undergraduate students, and I know that the people that are running that club program are very excited about it. And women's hockey is growing by leaps and bounds. You know, Alex Hicks, our assistant coach, has a daughter that's going to Syracuse to play on their NCAA team, and my daughter, who's 9, plays hockey down in the valley. So we're a program that supports women's hockey, even though that the women's team's starting out just as a club team. Certainly, any way we can support them, we will, and we're happy that they're getting that going.
Will they ever play up here?
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to ask them that. They're completely separate. Like, it's a completely separate entity from us. I'm sure that they would be open to it. I think they would. This is their first year back, so they're really getting their feet under them and figuring out the direction of their program and all that good stuff. But there'd be no reason why I think they wouldn't want to come play up here.
And to elaborate a little bit more on that, I'm actually good friends with the coach for the ladies hockey team down there. So we have been talking about it already, and it's not an easy thing to move a college game with venues this close to the season especially, but it's certainly something that we brought up and discussed. I actually talked to Greg about it a little bit before we started the press conference as well. So,
Any other questions from the public or media? Mr. Anderson, your seat.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here today. You know, Greg talked about support from the town, and I can guarantee you have the support of Prescott Valley. One thing we believe in Prescott Valley is regional economic development, and there's no reason why we can't include the valley in our region. So we'd like to work with you over the next few years to see you coming up here. We know this is a town that has enjoyed ice hockey in the past, and we will certainly do our best to see that everybody comes out to enjoy hockey in the future. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. We're excited about it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mike Paredes, Executive Director for the Prescott Valley Economic Development Foundation. Doesn't get any larger at the collegiate level as the NCAA, and to have them choose the Prescott Valley for this tournament demonstrates that we're ready for the big leagues. At a personal level, I'm personally ecstatic because I'm an ASU alum, so I'll be cheering for our team.
Great.
Yeah, that's right. We're building this town as a destination for other residents and those visitors to seek a Northern Arizona hotspot for dining, shopping, doing business, and now a magnificent sporting venue at a high caliber sports events like the NBA D-League and now the NCAA. These are global name brands, top level organizations in their respected sports. To have the name of Prescott Valley alongside these brand names goes a long way in the business world. We'll be able to build upon these successful tournaments and continue our efforts to increase the economic vitality of our town. And I want to congratulate Satish, Greg, the ASU hockey team, the town of Prescott Valley for a magnificent, magnificent tournament. And so it will be successful. This is definitely a sports town, and I say that in general, not only hockey, but basketball, and we will continue growing this town bit by bit, project by project, not only on sports, but also in industry and creating our town to be the next hotspot for the state of Arizona. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for coming. Coach Powers and Satish, if they would like to answer any questions for your media or anybody afterwards, feel free to grab them and we can.
yeah, I'd like to say one more thing. Tickets for the event are on sale right now. Box office is open, so tickets are available. For those of you viewing online, because we're streaming live, our website's www.prescottvalleyeventcenter.com. So we do expect to sell out for this event, and tickets are on sale. So even though it's in December, get online and get your tickets right now.
Also on Ticketmaster, right?
It's on Ticketmaster, correct.